Hey, what's up guys? This is Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews, and today we are taking a look at another Nier Replicant figure from Play Arts, Kaine. This time we're taking a look at Kaine, and from my understanding, Kaine is a video game exclusive character because, like I said in the previous review for Type B, I think her name was, that I saw her in an anime. I have not seen her in an anime, but I did look up videos and she was, I think it's mainly in a video game. Let me know if I'm wrong, but yeah, your typical Play Arts Kaine box again. Like I said, I do like these boxes. They have really nice artwork of the actual figure, so that's cool. Again, nothing really to see anywhere else. The boxes are pretty plain, so let's get the figure out of the box and take a better look at her. Alrighty, so here we got the figure out of the box, and that is one issue that we are definitely going to talk about. I'll go ahead and get it out the way now. I do believe I have one leg longer than the other. If you take a look at her shoes here, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing that one leg is longer than the other. This leg is longer than the other leg. Might not be able to see it on camera. You may be able to get a better perspective there. I am trying to straighten them both out. Let's see if I adjust her foot a little bit. Yeah, I mean, ever so slightly. Let's see. I'm trying to do all the adjusting that I can, but I think ever so slightly her left leg is longer than her right leg, and so I am having all kind of standing issues. I cannot seem to get her to stand right, so we'll have her kind of standing like this, where one leg is in front of the other. So that's the first problem. Other than that, I got a couple of other issues, but since we're going to start with aesthetic first, let's just take a look at the overall figure. I will say that she is burdened with the same issue that that Type B has, is that she is very doll-like. Her face is very, very doll-like. I would argue less than B, but I don't know if it's because of the hair or what, but she definitely has a doll-like appearance to me. Not to say that she doesn't look like the source material. I'll try to get a picture somewhere around here or here, depending on where I decide to put it when I'm editing. We'll put the picture somewhere, and I'll give you an idea of what she looks like in the game. Maybe even some fan art or something, or actual art from Square. Anyway, but other than that, the face still looks really good. Don't get me wrong, like, the face looks great. The face does look really good. Let me get her into the light a little bit more. You can't tell. Let me see if I can pop her head off. I can't really get her head to pop off, but her eyes are very shiny. Yeah, you can get a really nice look at the glossiness of her eyes, very much like a doll, I would think. Her hair, again, has like Type B, has some kind of silver brushing, like dry brushing on it to make it look like it's shining. I don't know if she's an android. I don't know what she is in the game. I have not played that game or have researched it all that much. But the one video that I did watch, they do reference the fact that she is literally in her underwear. And they're like, why is she running around in her underwear? Yeah, I don't know. But with that being said, I do like the wraps around her arm. They are done very well. They have a really nice wash on them to make them look almost mummy-like. So I do like that. Her lingerie, I suppose, is done really nicely, painted very, very well. These little bitty spots, these are clearly molded in, like, I think her skin tone, and so for them to paint those little tiny lines is pretty impressive. I do feel like I got like some glue peeking through there, but that's not that big of a deal. The line work all throughout her her top here, all that is painted. Super nice. That's a really good job. Her tassels are a very soft plastic. As we come down to her, I don't know what you want to call this. This looks like lingerie to me. The tasseling down here at the bottom is painted very nicely. It's got a nice gradient of like a light blue to a darker blue, and it's all semi-translucent. And so that looks really good. And the clear painting that was done for her gloves on her wrists or her forearms, it does match her nightgown really nicely. And I want to mention the as well on her boobs there, those are also painted really nicely. So it gives a good illusion of this being translucent without actually being translucent. It might be a little translucent, I'm not sure. She does have another accessory, so maybe I'll shine a light through it, see how translucent it is. Again, the wraps on her legs are painted, done very well. Her boots, I'm not quite sure what that is on her boots, so I don't know what that design is. But whatever it is, it's painted really nicely. The buckles and everything are painted like they should be, as well as the buckles on her shoe. Again, it's a little rough down here on the edges here. I'm not quite sure. That might just be the wash that they used for the wraps, but that's done really nicely. She does have her other shoe painted nicely. So yeah, the painting and everything on her is done very well. So with that being said, let's move on to articulation. Alrighty then, now for articulation, her head, she can look up pretty good. Again, we are getting some gapping here, but I would argue nope, it's just as bad as B2. You can see that ball right through there. So you can look down at, well, also gapping here. I guess maybe sometimes you do have to make some sacrifices, but I will argue that I think that ball is a little high on her neck there. I think they could have probably lowered that a little bit, because her neck does seem a bit long, but she can move all over the place with that ball peg, with the combination of the double ball peg in her head and also in her neck. So that's really good. As far as the shoulder, now this side for me is really stiff. She does have a similar drop down method as B2, so she can get it out there. It just takes a little effort. She does have a bicep swivel there. Double jointed elbows, which are ugly as hell. And that's my other problem with her. That elbow is horrible. That looks absolutely terrible. They could have done something with that. As much money as you pay for these figures, this elbow joint is just atrocious. It's not even sculpted. It doesn't have the wraps that are around her arms. Nothing. It's just like a raw joint. So that's horrible. It looks terrible. There's no swivel here. I think there's a slight little twist there, but not much. She does have ratcheted ball jointed hands, so you can do anything with those. Her torso, again, just like B2, you can detach her. Her design is quite different. You would think you would be able to get all kinds of movement out of this joint here, but unfortunately, the way that they hollowed out, and I'll show you this, the way they hollowed out this hole here, she doesn't have enough room, and so they don't give her enough room to move around as much as I think she could be able. You know what? I'm lying. It might be the dress actually that's holding her back, because without the dress she seems to do fine. Let's see with the dress on. Yeah, the dress definitely hinders her a bit, but with a little effort, no, you can get her to move around pretty good. No, I lied. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I will say that she does have a cutout here, but it's almost useless. I shouldn't say that it's useless. It does work, but the thing is that every time you use it, it pops up over her butt cheeks, and you always gonna have an issue of this happening. And so that's kind of a pain in the ass to get reset. So you are unlikely to continue to use that. Hopefully I don't get any issues from YouTube by showing this, but this is just me showing the articulation of the figure. No nudity here. Yeah, that's right. And so no, she has pretty good torso articulation, I lied. This is a flexible piece, so that'll move out the way. She does have very, very, very loud ratchet joints, but she can get out that far. You can probably force her a little bit more if you like. I do like that hers is way less hard to move than B2's, but she still can keep it. They're not loose or anything. She does have thigh swivel there. Double jointed knee. Now look how they did the knee. Like, why couldn't they have done the elbow like that? They actually continued the wrapping. Granted, it's not so much in here, but at least this little cap over her knee, it can hide the joint. They could have done something with that. There's no swivel there, and she does go down to that far, up that far on the ankles, and you can twist it to get somewhat of an ankle rocker. I always forget to show off this articulation. She can kick that far. Can't really get her to go up that much. It looks terrible in the back, but she can go way further back than B2, but B2 did have that dress that she wears in the way. So yeah, as far as articulation, she's pretty good. You can get her arms to go around. Also, I rarely show that off, but it's pretty obvious in most cases. You don't really need to show that. But yeah, she is articulation. She's pretty good. She is pretty solid. So let's move on to accessories. All right, now for accessories, we do get a couple of trays with hands on them. She has spread open hands just like the hand she has on her in the packaging. I don't know why they keep giving us two versions of those. I guess they're just kind of style pose hands. I guess it's fine. She comes with 2 fist hands though, so that's good. B2 did not. And then she also comes with I see 2 weapon holding hands, and I believe this hand is to hold another accessory of hers. So that's it for hands. Speaking of other accessories that hands are for, that accessory is for this flower. So she has this flower, and they made a whole hand for it. It's painted nicely, but they made a whole hand just to hold that flower. As far as other accessories, she does come with a book, and that is painted excellent, and it does open. You do have to kind of crack that open. It was a little tough to get that to open, but it does have something in it. But that's pretty cool. She comes with that. Then as far as other pieces, she comes with another lingerie piece. And yeah, it's not really all that translucent, as you can see. So you can kind of see my hand behind there, but this one is painted just as nicely as the other one. I do like it. Very soft plastic, so that's really good. She comes with, I believe, just one. Looks like it's just one other face, and it is the open mouth face. I guess you can call that yelling. So she does have that face, and it's done just as nicely as the other face. And then she comes with really cool weapons, but they're kind of painted very plain. She comes with like these razor swords or something, and those are done very nicely. They do just pop apart like so, but pretty like one colored sword. So she comes with 2 of these. One, I guess they are basically the same size. Yeah. And then she comes with an extra piece here for a smaller version of these swords, or is this a broken version? Is this a broken piece? I guess. Let's see. Does it fit in there? Yeah, it can fit in there. So I assume this is broken. That's like supposed to be broken up there. And then she does come with a stand. So I'm not going to take this out of the packaging, but it's very similar to what B2 came with, except this is more of a rectangle, whereas B2 was like an octagon, I think. So yeah, she comes with the stand to hold a bunch of stuff. I'm not quite sure what these hold. Probably her swords like B2, maybe. I don't know, but she does come with other stands. All right, so here she is next to B2 and Wonder Woman from Play Arts Kai, and as you can see, they're all pretty much in scale. It was almost impossible to get these damn hoes to stand up because they all got goddamn high heels on. It's like impossible to get them to stand, but it took me forever to get them to stand. But I finally got these hoes standing. This is what they look like all together. These are all the Play Arts Kai figures that I have. And although these are basically pointless, here she is with variable action heroes. No, not Nami. Nico Robin and with Gwenpool. And that is it for comparisons. Oh, with all that said, we are finally at the conclusion of this video. She's a cool figure. If you decide to collect this line, you probably should go get her. Again, PlayArts Kai are so out of scale with most things that I collect. It's kind of hard to justify it to anybody, but if you do collect this size, I think she's worth it. There will be other PlayArts Kai figures that I plan on reviewing, but it won't be that many more. So yeah, I won't be collecting like a bunch of these. There's just certain ones that that I do want, you know, like the Final Fantasy, if I can speak, the Final Fantasy 7 figures I do want. So anyway, with that being said, please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.